your opponent coming up, Matt Dixon. What is your assessment of him?
Athletic. I think he's a little bit slow, a little bit stiff. He does not like to get hit. I've said it in multiple interviews. I've seen his fight, a couple of times, and each time I watch it, it's kind of predictable. But at the end of the day, too, his last fight was right before COVID, and my fight was a couple months before COVID. So we've had time to reassess and do things. I don't know if he's seen any of my fights. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. I expect him to try to come out heavy, but every opponent who's done that so far, I've rocked, I've taken advantage of. Maybe I finish it in the first or I finish it in the third. But I feel like I'm going to finish him in the first round. He doesn't like to get hit. He stiffens up, and then when he does, he shoots in. And I feel like that works for me because my grappling and my striking will be a lot better than his, especially my wrestling. He's got a good blast double, though. I'll give him that. Again, that goes back to athleticism. But you got to be willing to go in there, and you got to be willing to fucking hurt people. I'm in there to hurt people. I've snapped arms, I've broken jaws, and I have no problem going in there and just retiring somebody. To me, it is a sport, and I wish people nothing but a healthy career. But leading up to the fight, I'm trying to go in there and possibly kill this dude. Like, I'm not sorry about it. If he dies, he dies. Dolph Lundgren. But at the end of the day, if they're healthy after the fight, we can shake hands, and I'll tell them, hey, man, good luck, and I'll see you in the future. I wish you nothing but the best in your career, because at the end of the day, after that fight, I do wish them nothing but the best. We don't want injuries in the sport. We want everyone to have long, healthy careers. But I don't know, man. It's just that weird mentality. I got to go out there and just end that fight.
Is that what separates you from all these other guys on the Contender Series? Is that mentality that you have? Is like you're going to go in there? Some people just say it, like kill or be killed. But do you really feel like that?
Man, I had a short notice opponent one time, Joe Cropshot. He was a tough dude. But he said in his interview, he's all, I don't know if he's willing to go in there and be willing to die, because I'm willing to die. And when I went in there, every time I hit him, he looked scared. Like, straight up. Even my brother said it. He said, fuck the ground game, bro. Knock his fucking punk ass out. And we didn't mean it in disrespect. We just meant it because we're in the middle of a fight. Like, we're not homies. We're not homies till after the fight. And after the fight, we're not homies. Whatever, dude. We fought. We got it done. At the end of the day, it's business. But that's kind of how it is for me, man. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, and it's one of those things where the way I grew up, it's pretty rough for both my brother and I, but the way we see it, we're not going out there to be homies and play around in that cage. Like, they're out there to hurt us too. And a lot of people, they say, like, oh man, you shouldn't talk like that. But it's like, hey, my opponent's going out to do the exact same thing. He's going to try to knock me out. He's going to try to hurt me. He's going to try to, finish my career too. He doesn't want me, as we're fighting, to have a long, healthy career. He's thinking of one thing and one thing only, and that's to finish the fight or get out with the W. Whereas I'm getting in there. It doesn't matter how long it takes me. I won't leave it to the judges. I'm going to do whatever I can to finish the fight and make the person feel punishment.
Orion Cosce, another undefeated prospect. What is your breakdown of his skill set?
He's a fighter that has, an athletic background. He's a guy that, it looks like he grew up grappling. It looks like that's where his most comfortable place is in the fight game. But it looks like, he's willing to do just about whatever. He likes to be exciting. He likes to do flashy moves. He likes to, be explosive in there, and he likes to do a lot of those things. And so it looks like he's training at some pretty good camps. He's training with Team Alpha Male and then the Lost Boys and some different gyms out there. And so, it looks like he's definitely a game opponent. I've been able to get a good read on him, on his body language and certain things of that nature. And so, yeah, I feel very good about this fight.
With this fight, what do you think is the difference maker for yourself, leading into this matchup?
I would say a lot of things. I would say I'm definitely just a better MMA fighter. I see that his skill set is good, but I just don't see that he's as, his movement is not my movement, and I don't feel that he's, really at the level that I'm at. You know what I mean? I think that he's a great fighter. I think that he's on his way to becoming an even better fighter than he's at right now and all of that stuff. Sorry, my dogs are barking, but yeah, I think he's on his way to becoming an even better fighter. But there's, I just feel like there's levels to it, and I feel like I'm on another level than him.
What kind of performance do you think you need to earn that contract?
Really, I just have to be me. To tell you the truth, I'm an aggressive fighter. I know Cosce's a aggressive fighter as well too. So I think that honestly, just going in there and being me is going to be enough to get that contract.